There's something curious about this broadcast.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, and we have main engine start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
This is TGP Nominal. Commence episode now.
All systems remain nominal.
Hello everybody and welcome to TGP Nominal, your monthly look at all things science fact and science fiction. So firstly, I must apologise for not being around in May. The main reason for that was that I was getting the Eurovision special episode of the Garbage Pod out of the way, and that is a huge edit and much fun to put together. So if you are that way inclined to listen to that kind of podcast, there'll be a link in the show notes for that episode. So we're back for June 2026 and we'll be bringing you the Sky Guide in conjunction with Dan Pye from the Kielder Observatory in a little while. This episode will be a little bit shorter than normal. Main reason for that is I haven't got John with me this month. He's been going through a few things, or I should say his wife has been going through some things because she's just recently had some surgery in hospital. Obviously John's commitment towards her rather than the podcast, and rightly so. So hopefully Faith will recover very soon. And so we'll just go straight into the next section of the show after this short break.
If you could put on a special pair of glasses and look up into the night sky, you would see something amazing. A sky full of exoplanets, planets orbiting stars beyond our own solar system. A team of superhero space telescopes, in a sense, has done just that. Using powerful technology, they've peered into space, discovering thousands of these distant planets and unveiling their secrets. The first exoplanet discoveries were very down to earth. They were made from the ground. Pioneering new techniques, ground-based telescopes began capturing evidence of giant, scorchingly hot planets around other stars. But to see exoplanets more clearly, including small rocky worlds like our own, telescopes needed a boost. We began launching them into space, lifting them above Earth's atmosphere. This superhero team of space telescopes, Hubble, Chandra, Spitzer, Kepler, and TESS, were free from all the noise and interference from Earth's atmosphere, jittering air molecules, scattering light, clouds, and moisture. And the curtain parted on a galaxy crowded with exoplanets. Giant ones, tiny ones, rocky and gaseous, deep frozen and superheated, planets with 2 or 3 suns, super Earths, mini Neptunes, and worlds that were just plain weird, like nothing we had ever seen before. And now, a new marvel of technology joins NASA's team, the James Webb Space Telescope. Its infrared vision can peer into the atmospheres of exoplanets, expanding what we know about distant worlds. High on the list of odd exoplanets to observe is a terrifying place where it might rain glass sideways. This exoplanet is called HD 189733b, and it's a hot Jupiter, a giant gaseous world that hugs its star in such a tight orbit that its temperature is more than 1,700 degrees Fahrenheit. Its winds howl at more than 5,400 miles per hour. HD 189733b has been a favorite target of our space telescopes. Spitzer measured its temperature and winds. Hubble discovered that the planet's clouds are deep blue due to the raining glass or silicates. And Chandra observed its star in X-rays, watching the planet's shadow as it passed in front of the star. A much larger shadow than previously thought because huge amounts of the planet's atmosphere are evaporating into space. NASA's next great observatory, the James Webb Space Telescope, will also turn its supervision on HD 189733b. Like Spitzer, it sees in powerful infrared light, but Webb's vision will penetrate far more deeply into this planet's atmosphere and others than ever before. What will it find? Put it all together and it's a super team. Extraordinary telescopes, exceptional vision, and mind-expanding exoplanet discoveries.
On canvas with paint in the artist's school, it is red that is hot and blue that is cool. But in science we show, as the heat gets higher, a star will glow red like the coals of a fire. Raise the heat some more, and what is in sight? Behold, the star glows bright white. But the hottest of all, I say unto you, is neither red nor white, when a star has turned blue.
This is TGP Nominal.
So before the break, I mentioned that Dan Pye from the Kielder Observatory will be joining us to bring you his sky guide for the month ahead. So Dan, what has June got in store for us?
June is the time of year when the tables turn back to the dark skies once more. As the solstice arrives on the 21st of June, the point at which we are pointing celestially directly towards our sun. So our celestial pole, this is the axis of rotation of our planet. If you imagine it spinning around with a stake all the way through the centre, that stake would be pointing straight towards the sun at this time of year. And then beyond that, the dark skies start to gradually return. So from the 21st of June, we go back to dark sky season. It takes a while to get here, but by the time we get through to August and September, that's when astronomy starts to get a little bit more interesting here in the UK at least. But if you are travelling across the rest of the world, then there is still plenty of places that you can go to have a look at the night sky. In fact, during June, I'm zipping off to Tenerife, which is the perfect place in Europe to easily access an incredible dark sky. Up Mount Teide is one of the best places to do astrophotography in Europe. I would argue it absolutely is. I love it and I'm looking forward to it. What else is there to see in the night sky this month? Well, it is quite bright for us in the UK, but there is still some phenomena that we do get to see around this time of year, which is, I would argue, almost as good as the aurora in some cases. This is what we call NLCs, or noctilucent clouds. And noctilucent clouds they're really interesting how they're formed. They're not things that are happening in space, but they're close to space. This is in a region of our atmosphere called the mesosphere, which is really, really high, just underneath the uppermost proportion of our atmosphere. And in that layer of atmosphere, that's where bits of rock that are coming through our atmosphere every day, it's like 4 million pieces of rock come through Earth's atmosphere every day. And all of that leftover debris, dirt and stuff in our upper atmosphere, well, it clings to water vapour that at this time of year freezes because the mesosphere is freezing during the summertime. And then when the sun sets and gets to a very specific angle over the other side of the horizon, that's when it illuminates all of these little bits of space dust in the mesosphere that have had these little pockets of water vapour envelop them, freeze and reflect sunlight back towards us. So you get these wonderful night shining clouds or noctilucent clouds. So it's a prime time of year to see that. Also, on the 9th of June, that's when Mercury is at its best seen. So across towards the west, just after sunset, you'll see a little tiny light on the horizon, very close to the horizon. That there is Mercury. Best time of year to see Mercury in the evening sky. It's when it's at its what we call greatest elongation, so greatest distance away from the sun. Then on the same night, there's also an incredible conjunction. The conjunction between Venus and Jupiter. Now, Venus and Jupiter are on the other side of the sun at the moment, and there's about 600 million miles in between them. But they're really close to each other in the sky this night. So when you see them in the sky, you'll see two very bright objects. Venus is super bright, the third brightest object in the sky, in fact. So you'll see that, then very next to it, really, really close to it, you'll see the planet Jupiter as well. And I love seeing a conjunction because it just reminds you that all of these objects in our solar system, they're moving around the sun in the same way that we do, different speeds, different distances from the sun, but it just gives you that reminder that there is this cosmic ballet taking place above our heads, up there, away from Earth, outside of Earth's atmosphere. And I just love to see conjunctions because it really reminds me of all of that motion. And that's it. It is quite a quiet month as June. There is the odd meteor shower here and there, but it's not good for us here in the northeast at least. Certainly not here across the rest of the UK either. So if you want to get a better view of the sky, certainly the Milky Way, this is one of the best times of year to see the Milky Way, in fact, in the Northern Hemisphere. You're going to have to go a little bit further south, somewhere like Tenerife, southern parts of Spain. Get away from the UK and go and do some stargazing around the rest of the world. The Southern Hemisphere's in winter time. Brilliant time of year to go do stargazing in the Southern Hemisphere. If you're doing that, let us know, share us your pictures. I'd love to see them.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of TGP Nominal and its infinite mission to explore space, science, and technology news. To explore the world of sci-fi, comic-cons, and gaming. To boldly go where no podcast has gone before.
We've officially launched our brand new experience as well, Kielder Observatory at Twice Brewed In. This is a new experience in a setting that we've been running for quite a while. We've been learning more about how we can develop this experience to cater for a wider audience at Kielder Observatory. And so that is now officially opened by Robson Green on the 31st of May. And go and take a look, because I'm quite proud of what we've done there. It's really Instagrammable, and I guess that's what you've got to be nowadays, isn't it? So find out more about that at our website, kielderobservatory.org. We are a charity, and all of the money that you spend on ticket prices to come and have our experiences is what drives that outreach that we do across the rest of the country. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a great June, and I'll see you next time.
Spanhead Productions are a small independent sound recording company based in rural Hertfordshire. We specialise in creating content for all your podcasting needs, whether it be field recordings, vox pops, or capturing the atmosphere during social events. Editing is a very time-consuming job, so Spanhead Productions are on hand to take away some of the burden for you. Just advise us on how you'd like your content to sound, and we will do the rest. We can even help you design and manage a website for your podcast too. Visit us now, spanheadproductions.weebly.com. That's spamheadproductions.weebly.com.
So that brings us to the end of this short but sweet episode of TGP Nominal. Hopefully service will be resumed next month. Also, hopefully, I'll be bringing you some coverage from the summer edition of the Aylesbury Comic Con. So that leaves me with one thing left to say, and that is, thanks for listening, stay safe, and I'll talk to you real soon.
If you want to get in touch with us, then
send an email to garbagepod@virginmedia.com, where your input is our output.
Or click the social media icons at the top left of the page over at tgpnominal.weebly.com.
If you would like to subscribe to any of our podcasts, you can do so via Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, Spotify, and YouTube Music. Don't forget to rate and review us. And if you like what we're doing here, then why not buy us a coffee by clicking on the donate button on any of the podcast pages. And don't forget to spread the word about us.
Station, this is Houston ACR. Thank you. That concludes the event.